They hot as they hot. Wike, I think Wike, it's time for you to go, because now the Senate have ordered that FCT minister will stop any further demolition of houses in Abuja, because only thing he have done in Abuja is making people homeless. Wike have rendered so many human beings, so many persons homeless in Abuja because of some demolition. You just wake up one morning and demolish this property and then give it to another person. Who does that? So now it has been too much that people have reported to the Senate, and then I said that it should stop every demolition or else authorized by a court. So that means if the court does not give him go ahead, he has no right to demolish any property. But I'd like to hear what Vedakman said about this. But I think that this thing that happened now is because VDM interfered. VDM and Lawyer Deji, I think it's because they interfered. That's why the Senate have to come up with this remedy, because they have a remedy. Because if you leave Wike will destroy all the houses in Abuja and take it as his own, because that's what it's capable of doing. People abusing the powers given to them. This is exactly an example. And Wike will come and demolish any house he sees and then give it to his own colonies. So let me like that, hear what VDM said again, and then we'll continue from there.
Alright, so as you can see, Senate orders FCT Minister Wike to halt further demolition of structures except those authorized by the courts of competent jurisdiction following outcry from residents. So the news says the Senate have resolved to investigate the recent demolitions in the Federal Capital Territory and has set up an investigative committee to investigate the matter. The resolution was made after a motion was moved during Thursday plenary by Senator Ireti Kingibe, representing FCT Senatorial District, who called the attention of the Senate to the matter. She also expressed concern over the alleged illegal demolition of structures in the nation's capital and called for an immediate stop to further demolitions, including estates already marked. Natasha Akpoti Uduangan, PDP Kogi Central, seconded the motion, saying the exercise should be stopped pending the outcome of the Senate investigation into the matter. In his remark, the Senate President Godswill Akpabio said the Senate cannot outrightly prevent the Minister of FCT Nyesom Wike from demolition structures in the nation's capital. Akpabio, however, explained that all demolition could not be stopped because the court ordered some. That one for there na 50-50 rule. Now 50-50. So basically, they are trying to say, Wike, stop first. Let's do some investigation. But at the same time, they are still saying that even if Wike decides to continue, it's going to continue and they cannot do anything about it. So basically, even the Senate does not have the power to tell Wike to stop. But it's a start because they've told him to stop first. So hopefully, Nyesom Wike will stop and do a little investigation before going into all this. Now, my message to Nyesom Wike is simple, right? Nyesom Wike is doing an amazing job in Abuja. I'm not even going to lie to you. He's doing an amazing job in Abuja. The roads he's creating, he has created a lot of roads. Even some places, I was born here in Abuja, so I know there are some places where I never thought there would be road, right? So he has created more roads and he's doing well, some bridges here and there. But again, you cannot, Nyesom Wike, you will not let things like this spoil what you are doing in Abuja. You will not let things like this spoil what you are doing in Abuja. Please, just do some investigation before you carry out this demolition. And there are some places that you demolish, like that other place that we were the other time. One woman, I did not even say this, after the demolition, those people were outside. One of the women was pregnant. She gave birth inside her car. She gave birth to twins. And the twins passed on, and the woman also passed on right there. They took her the next day because she's a Muslim. Took her the next day and they went to go and bury her because it didn't happen like in the evening. I think it happened in the evening. So they took her in the morning, early hours of the morning, and they went to go and bury the woman. So if you are giving them like a prior notice that you want to demolish, or maybe relocate them somewhere, because at the end of the day, the essence of putting you into power is to create betterment in the society, to develop us, to develop the economy, to better the lives of Nigerians. So you said the place was a shanty and all that, no problem, but at least relocate them or start developing low-cost housing for the poor people. That's also development. That's also development. Imagine an FCT where there's an area where, okay, this is low cost. You know, this is low cost, there's light, they are paying their taxes, you know. If they cannot pay, they can evacuate them and let them go to their villages. At least that one, nobody go put mouth stock. But it's not that, oh, this one's cannot afford, this one is a shanty, you just scatter back. But how do we become developed? And those people now where you go just scatter their own place, now those one can't turn terrorists for our head. They'll come start to they steal, they kidnap, they do all those sort of things. You understand? The fact that you are doing this thing does not mean we cannot see the good things that you're doing. You are doing well, and you're doing well in Abuja. But all this demolition, you know, you have to do it the right way. That's all. Yeah, I know they're against your work. Oh, I don't know you. I've never met you before. The only thing I do is to speak up against injustice and just making up more money to give people a notice of eviction, that you have revoked their land and you allocated it to somebody that is from your own state. You know, there's something fishy about it. You revoke, you give them a notification after you have already revoked without them even knowing, and allocated it without them knowing. So you revoke and allocated before you even give them notice. No, now with CFO, you revoke, allocated, and give CFO in less than how many? In less than 2 weeks. Come on. Anyways, so we hope that Nyesom Wike stops, and let's see what's going to happen. Peace and love. Shout out to the Senate and shout out to God for making it possible. Don't play.
Came across somebody's story now that said that the way Abuja people are so cool in the midst of the shege Wike is showing them needs to be studied. Wike is busy taking people's land, destroying people's legacies, and they are all calm. Until Abuja people overcome fear and do the right thing, they will continue suffering and smiling, and that is just the truth. I just saw it on someone's story on WhatsApp. That means that this Wike issue is not even only Abuja, everybody is aware of it. Because Wike have destroyed so many legacies, destroyed so many people, and taking people's land by force. Because you're the FCT minister, you think that you have the right to take over anything you want to take without following the right procedures. Because I think now that they've warned Wike, let's see if Wike will take precautions. Because I've been saying this thing, that the only way is if the federal government intervenes in this Wike issue. That's the only Wike we can listen. Because the federal government kept quiet in Wike issue with Fubara in River State, and it took how many months till now Wike is still torturing Fubara in River State, trying every possible means so that Fubara will be impeached. And the federal government have done nothing or said a dime about the same issue. And now Wike have taken it to Abuja, destroying legacies, destroying properties, taking people's land by force. And the federal government have finally spoken up that Senate had a meeting that said that Wike should or never demolish any property without court giving that order. That means everything that Wike will do now must follow the procedures of the law. If this land is not your own, Wike, if this land is legally owned by somebody, you have no right to take that land. If that land is not government property, you have no right to take any land from anybody or demolish any property that is not interfering with the space of the government. That is simple. I think that is law. And I think that's what Wike should make sure that he abides to. Or else that means Wike is bigger than everybody in Nigeria. If it's like that, if Wike does not obey this Senate order, that means Wike is bigger than Nigeria, the whole Nigeria. And by nobody is bigger than the law. Even the president of Nigeria is not bigger than the law. Even those that make the law are not bigger than the law. Nobody, no human being is bigger than the law. And if Wike continues to disobey this Senate and this court orders, that means Wike are proven to be bigger than every human being in Nigeria and cannot be stopped. Because that's the reason why they released some letters to the federal government that they should intervene and interfere with this issue of Wike and Fubara. And till today, the federal government have done nothing, no justice to that. Till today, the federal government have not done justice to that. Make it make sense. And that's the level where we are in Nigeria, where somebody in power can just abuse it. Like in the case of Dele Fadotimi and Alpha Babalola, you see how Alpha Babalola is misusing his power. First of all, he arrested Dele Fadotimi illegally because he alleged him of information of stating the truth and exposing you in a book he wrote. And secondly, you went ahead to seize all his money he made in that book. That means you are bullying him because you think you're bigger than him. That's the level where people don't even follow the order again in Nigeria. Everybody feels that they have the power to do anything. They will come and do what they wish to do. So this is what I mean to you guys. End of the video in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned, guys.